Hey guys, Pupsker here, and today we're doing a story time. I want to go over, pretty much, what I used to do in RuneScape, what I was back in the day versus now, current day. Two different accounts, but generally the same ideas, you know? Playing the same stuff, doing the same stuff, etc, etc. So, I used to play RuneScape back in 2007-ish. I started playing a long time ago, so I can't say exactly when. I think, I was probably in like second grade, so it was more than 10 years ago. The Grand Exchange wasn't even out. It was madness. I probably played in like grade 1 to 3 or some crap like that, which is just insane to think about, seeing how I'm 21 now, and I don't even know what the hell I did in grade 1 to 3. So yeah, I used to play a lot of RuneScape. So back in the day, I started by playing RuneScape with another friend. It was just me and him, and we shared one account, which, looking back on it, definitely not okay. But as a kid, like, you don't think about account sharing as something that's bad. Like, me and him both shared an account and had like a secondary account if one of us was playing on the main, right? Which, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But here's the thing, me and him, we weren't like the best of friends, and he couldn't be trusted. He was a shady individual, right? So what happened was, he ended up changing the password one day and being like, "Oh no, account got hacked, dude." And I was like, okay, yeah, okay. But eventually, I got back the account. And then I was like, oh, I was able to recover it, because I think it was under my email initially. So I was like, oh, I recovered it, we're good to go. And then I stole the account. Then I stole the account, and he couldn't recover it no matter what, because he didn't have my email. But eventually I was like, oh, I got it uncovered, don't worry. The account's good to go now. But by that point, it's been so long, he was like, no, he just like, nah, I don't play RuneScape anymore, it's yours. And that was my first RuneScape account. The account was named, I think, like Per Mealy 1 or some shit like that. Also, I can't even remember fully if we even had off accounts. I don't even know. It's been so long. But anyways, that was like my main account. The main account that I think of. So, back in the day, I was a child. Obviously, I was a little kid. The best gear I got was rune gear. I got, full rune. And to me, that was like end game. Because I was a free-to-play player, because I was a kid. So I got rune, and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm a madman. I got my combat stats up to like 60 to 70, training ice warriors near Port Sarum. Holy crap, like where the Blurite quest is, it was so stupid. I would train moss giants all the time, I would kill guards all the time, and I would train at ice warriors later levels. But since, of course, I was an absolute madman, I would only use two-handed swords. So I had this weird thing where no matter what, I was only using two-handed swords. Because, like, I looked at regular swords, like, oh, that's lame, it doesn't do much damage. I looked at long swords, scimitars, they're like, oh, they're stupid, they don't do damage. Come on, dude, a two-handed sword, that's gonna do so much more damage. So I would only always use the two-handed sword. I was a goddamn two-handed sword main. I went up from iron to bronze to fucking steel, two hands, all the way up to rune, okay? And of course, I wore full rune armor because I didn't know how to magic, and I didn't know how to be good at ranging. So I think I somehow got some magic and range levels eventually, but I never really messed with it too much. I was only melee, which for a free-to-play account is like whatever. There's not much to do in free-to-play, so if you're only melee, it's perfectly okay. I could have trained at so much better spots, but oh well. In that account, I don't think I actually ever ended up doing all of the free-to-play quests, which was strange. Like, I spent a lot of time fishing lobsters in that game. I remember that. I spent so much time lobsters because I played before the Grand Exchange first came out, so I was like, I need food. I was the Iron Man before Iron Man existed. Because I was such a dumb kid, I wouldn't trade or talk to anyone, I would just play the game, right? So I would be an Iron Man before it even existed. And you know what? Everyone, I'm claiming that first official Iron Man. Pupsker 2018, first official Iron Man, so thank you. But I wasn't sure how to trade, right? Because I initially played before the Grand Exchange came out, and then I like took a break and then played more when the Grand Exchange came out. And this was still pre-Grand Exchange. So I never traded anything. I just did everything myself. So in order to get rune, I had to just get my mining up high enough and smithing. Or get it off drops. And I didn't know how drops worked, so I mined and smithed up until rune as a kid. No, I don't actually think I did. I think I only got up to mithril or platinum. Or sorry, not platinum. Mithril or adamantite before the game released the Grand Exchange, and then I was able to buy rune. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it actually went. But in my mind, it's so different. But since I was a weird kid, I would just mine coal, because for some reason I thought mining coal was a great way to level and a great way to make money. So in order to actually afford my full rune, I mined so much goddamn coal, like only coal. And even when I was done and I could afford all my rune, I'd still mine coal. That was like my favorite thing to do for some reason. I was a professional coal miner in RuneScape. It weirds me out to this day why I was like, yeah, I need to mine coal, dude. So, yeah. But I did all the main quests. Like, I did Dragon Slayer, obviously. I had full rune plate body, and I did most of the big quests that were free to play. And I even remember I got membership for like a week. Or, sorry, not a week. I guess they was always sold in like a month. So I got a month or two of membership at some point, and I didn't achieve anything worthwhile when I had that membership. I did a couple members quests, which, you know, obviously, and I leveled like agility and thieving, and that's it. I didn't really do anything super membery when I was a member. So I was such a dumb kid. I couldn't like, I was like, what do I do though? What should I do? So then I just went and trained a bit, like my melee stats again. It was a weird time. So let's go shoot over today. Now, in today's game, I think I undoubtedly have more total experience than my old account, just because as a kid, I trained so inefficiently. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I trained probably so poorly that it would just make me sad today. And it's not a bad idea. If you want to train not maximum efficiency, that's fine, because it's a lot more fun to do it that way sometimes. But God, when I was a kid, I just didn't understand any like meta RuneScape concepts. I just played the game, and it was the best time ever. So yeah. Now in today's, I think my melee stats have finally caught up. I actually may have still had, yeah, I probably did have higher level melee stats on my old account, which is crazy to think about. But I think he definitely had full rune, so I think he was actually high enough to get dragon, but not high enough to get anything else. Like, he was probably 65 to 70 attack and strength and defense stats, but since I was a free-to-play player and I never earned enough to get dragon when I was a member, I just wore full rune. Which, that's fine. That's like, I'm a free-to-play player, who cares? I had so much fun with the game as a kid, and I wasn't even like doing anything. It was so dumb. I had one of those weird RuneScape girlfriends like everyone did. God, it was so stupid. But it was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I felt like I was really good at the game, you know? At being a kid and feeling like you have the best free-to-play armor in your mind, you're like, okay, I'm pretty good at this game. That being said, I never PK'd. I didn't even know what PKing was. I had, like, no goddamn concept of killing other players. Like, I knew what the wilderness was. I knew it was PvP, but I was like, well, I'll just lose. And if I lose once, I'll lose all my money, and then I'll just be screwed forever. And I died once in the wilderness, and that's exactly what happened. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing this. And then I mined so much more coal. I don't know why. I don't know why my go-to is always just mining coal. But I definitely had a high woodcutting level as I farmed willows. I had a somewhat okay fire making level, but as a kid I was like, why would I level fire making? It doesn't do anything. I had good combat stats. I think I had some fletching. My magic was awful. Runecrafting leveled a bit, but awful. Prayer leveled a bit, but awful, because I didn't know about altars or anything like that. I don't even know. Yeah, altars were probably still a thing. I don't know. I don't even know if, like, Slayer was a thing back in the day. It probably was, and I just had no idea what that was. Same with Hunter. Like, Slayer, Hunter, Farmer, I had no idea what those were. I don't even remember if those did exist back in the day. Because, yeah, I don't know. Either way, it was fun playing back when I was a kid, but it's fun playing now, too. And at least now I can understand things a lot better. So I'm having a great time, and I hope everyone will join me in RuneScape. If you liked the video, remember to subscribe, comment, rate, like, follow my Twitch channel as well, where I will stream once in a while. And yeah, if you guys appreciate the video, thank you, and goodbye.